In the tens, if that's what they're called, the teens? In the last decade or so, with online games becoming the norm and multiplayer becoming the focus of many studios and projects, players are becoming more interested in live community events hosted by game developers. Whether these events are a meta joke placing a character's face on every player, or a holiday-themed in-game event, or even the discovery of an entire alien race, these events have taken advantage of the new, ever-expansive method of developing games throughout their lifetime. They provide a fresh but brief take on the game that won't change the game as a whole. They can give players a sense of community to come together and participate in something bigger. And they allow devs to try out new mechanics they may want to inject into the game. In this video, I'm going to talk about the current live event in Star Citizen, Invictus Week, as well as what we might expect in the future. Besides all the glitches, crashes, and server problems. Thank you for coming to this Tomato Talk. And quickly, before I get started, I'd like to take a moment to thank my first ever patrons, Patrick Burt, Mark Turner, and Clement Morin. You guys took the first step in my career here. Thank you for that. Now, live events are nothing new. We've seen them for quite some time now. I still remember one of my first events was Bungie Day in 2008 with Halo 3. Star Citizen, however, is still a game in development and has not gotten to reap the benefits of a full-featured game. So live events are still in their infancy. That being said, we are enjoying what seems to be the largest in-game event in Star Citizen thus far. We've seen plenty of free fly weeks in which anybody can jump in and play with a selection of free ships. We've also seen the annual Intergalactic Aerospace Expo take place in-game in 2019 and 2018, which were fairly successful, albeit more basic events. This week, we got to experience Invictus Week. And not only does this include the free fly week of past events and the ship's showcase of the expos, this time, we get to see the famous 999 Squadron take to the skies in one of the most desired ships in Star Citizen lore, and one of the rarest, the Anvil F8 Lightning. Now, if you've seen my recent Anvil Aerospace Company profile, you know they make good ships. But the Lightning isn't just a good ship. It is the top-of-the-line combat ship used by the UEE military, and it is not an easy ship to come by even when the game is fully released. In addition, we also get a chance to check out the exterior of the Aegis Idris and Javelin, the two biggest player-owned ships in the game. With lengths and crew counts of 242 meters and 28 crew, and 480 meters and 80 crew respectively, these ships are absurdly large, and absolutely the most impressive thing presented in the game to date. And while the ships are fun and cool to see, the lore, presentation, and world building that's being done at the convention center down on the planet's surface is absolutely worth seeing as well. Invictus Week as a whole has created a fun environment for the community to come together, take part in a unique experience, learn more about the game around them, and see some upcoming ships and vehicles. It has also presented a surprisingly genuine representation of early in-game live events, and has definitely got me thinking about what the future could hold. Many longtime backers know about Operation Pitchfork, but for those who don't, here is a quick rundown. Squadron 42, the single-player game, takes place in 2945 or 2015. So by the time Star Citizen comes out, at least 6 or 7 years later, fighting has been going on for quite some time. Operation Pitchfork will mark the Go Gold date for Star Citizen, in which players will be able to take part in a coordinated effort against Vanduul ships and fleets at an unspecified location. This won't just be combat gameplay though. In an event like this, we will need cargo shipments, scanners, refuel and repair organizations, medical players, and more. And that's what really sets up Star Citizen live events to be something special. With so many planned ways to play the game, and at a time when online games can provide tenfold the interactivity of what was possible just a decade ago, we could see some very impressive live events in-game. There could be pirate fleet blockades which need to be broken by the players or outmaneuvered by blockade runner ships. There could be supply shortages across a frontier system calling for cargo haulers from all corners to bring in relief supplies, and security orgs to provide escort against the criminals who would take advantage. We could see the star in Tyrol go supernova, leaving the system all but destroyed, and encouraging explorers to search for new elements and materials, and miners to go and mine those materials, or newscasters to report on what the remains might look like. And CIG doesn't necessarily have to stop there. Organizations will be making plays at owning certain mining locations or controlling microeconomies around single planets. And with the use of the quantum economy system, CIG could make changes to material scarcity that could lead to a gold rush or create additional conflict in an area as two organizations tussle for control of the territory. Maybe we will see an event similar to, but hopefully more engaging than, the Thargoid encounters of Elite Dangerous. Nobody has seen the Kurthak aliens in the Star Citizen universe, but at some point we will make contact. And what could happen then? I'd like to hear what kind of live events you might want to see in the game in the future, and what you think of the current event, Invictus Week. My imagination only goes so far, and I'd love to hear what the community thinks would be worth the time for CIG. As always, you can join me on my Discord server to talk about these topics in greater detail, and if you enjoy my work and would like to help me keep making more, consider checking me out on Patreon. Thanks again for checking out this video, and I hope you'll subscribe and stick to Space Tomato for more Star Citizen content.